Welcome back. Reading the Quran. Hope your quarantine is going well. I know I'm missing the gym. It's been kind of hard, and going for runs and lifting weights at home is not the same. I missed the deadlift and squat rack, so that's been a little hard psychologically because I can't get all the energy out. But I hope you're getting through that too, especially some of you who like to work out. So we are on Surah 51, and it says Zariyat, or the winds that scatter. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. By the winds that scatter broadcast, and those that lift and bear away heavy weights, and those that flow with ease and gentleness, and those that distribute and apportion by command. Verily that which ye are promised is true, and verily judgment and justice must indeed come to pass. Oh, what is it going to say? Come on. By the sky with its numerous paths, truly ye are in a doctrine discordant. Whoa, discordant. You are in a doctrine discordant. When you say that, it's like talking about the musical tone almost in a sense. Discord. That's a very interesting way to put it. Through which are deluded away from the truth, such as would be deluded. Woe to the falsehood mongers, those who flounder heedless in a flood of confusion. They ask, when will be the day of judgment and justice? It will be a day when they will be tried and tested over the fire. Taste ye your trial. This is what ye used to ask to be hastened. As to the righteous, they will be in the midst of gardens and springs. You know what's interesting is that look, it says this is what ye asked to be hastened, the day of judgment, right? And some people want the world to get real bad so that they can see Jesus come back again. It's a pretty dark thought. Some people take glory in this virus because they say it's a sign that God's, the end of the world is near and they get to meet God. But I'd say to that, you don't know if you're going to be on the good end of that or on the receiving end of that. So don't usher in that age. No, we can't usher in anything, but don't beg for the ushering. Because you might not get the reward you think you're going to get. So make haste with the time you got, right? As to the righteous, they will be in the midst of gardens and springs, taking joy in the things which their Lord gives them, because before then they lived a good life. They were in the habit of sleeping but little by night. Oh, yeah, the nightlife, yeah. And in the hours of early dawn they were found praying for forgiveness. And in their wealth and possessions was remembered the right of the needy, him who asked, and him who for some reason was prevented from asking. On the earth are signs for those of assured faith, as also in your own selves. Will ye not then see? And in the heaven is your sustenance, as also that which ye are promised. Then by the Lord of heaven and earth, this is the very truth, as much as the fact that ye can speak intelligently to each other. Speak intelligently to each other. Has the story reached thee of the honored guests of Abraham? Behold, they entered his presence and said, Peace. He said, Peace. And this seemed unusual people. Oh, and thought these seemed unusual people. Then he turned quickly to his household, brought out a fatted calf, and placed it before them. He said, Will ye not eat? Also veal. He's eaten some veal. When they did not eat, he conceived a fear of them. They said, Fear not, and they gave him glad tidings of a son endowed with knowledge. But his wife came forward, laughing aloud. She smote her forehead and said, A barren old woman. Aww. They said, Even so has thy Lord spoken, and he is full of wisdom and knowledge. Aww. Barren. She can't have any more babies. Abraham said, And what, O ye messengers, is your errand now? They said, we have been sent to a people deep in sin, to bring on them a shower of stones of clay, brimstone, marked as from thy Lord for those who trespass beyond bounds. Then we evacuated those of the believers who were there, but we found not there any just Muslim persons except in one house. And we left there a sign for such as fear the grievous penalty. And in Moses was another sign. Behold, we sent him to Pharaoh with authority manifest. With authority manifest. But Pharaoh turned back with his chiefs and said, a sorcerer or one possessed. So he took him and his forces and threw them into the sea. And his was the blame. And in the Ad people was another sign. Behold, we sent against them the devastating wind. It left nothing whatever that it came up against, but reduced it to ruin and rottenness. In the Thamud was another sign. Behold, they were told, enjoy your brief day for a little while, but they instantly defied the command of their Lord. So the stunning noise of an earthquake seized them, even while they were looking on. Then they could not even stand on their feet, nor could they help themselves. So were the people of Noah before them, for they wickedly transgressed. With power and skill did we construct the firmament. For it is we who created the vastness of space, and we have spread out the spacious earth. How excellently we do spread out! And of everything we have created pairs, that ye may receive instruction. Hasten ye then at once to Allah. I am from him a warner to you, clear and open. And make not another an object of worship with Allah. I am from him a warner to you, clear and open. Indeed, it is very clear language, and very open. Similarly, no apostle came to the peoples before them, but they said of him in the manner, a sorcerer or one possessed, or one, in this the legacy they have transmitted one to another. Nay, they are themselves a people transgressing beyond bounds. So turn away from them, not thine is the blame, but teach thy message, for teaching benefits the believers. I have only created jinns and men, that they may serve me. No sustenance do I require of them, nor do I require that they should feed me. Oh, yeah, no food on the altar? For Allah is he who gives all sustenance, Lord of power, steadfast forever. Wait a minute. So in the Old Testament, they gave a lot of ritual, like blood on the altar, on the covenant, on the tent of meeting. Muslims don't do that, right? Wait a minute. What about when you kill the goat on the pilgrimage? Explain that, family. For the wrongdoers, like I get you don't put the Buddhist type of thing where they put bananas, oranges, grapes, and stuff in front of the altar of the Buddha. I get that. That's different, right? But Muslims, they don't. Yeah, you're not going to put anything, right? I don't think so. For the wrongdoers, their portion is like unto the portion of their fellows of earlier generations. Then let them not ask me to hasten that portion. Woe then to the unbelievers, on account of that day of theirs which they have been promised. Wow. Thamud, look at that. It went through everybody who they, destroyed because of their wickedness. Gave us all the examples. Taste ye your trial. This is what you used to ask to be hastened. Oy. Truly ye are in a doctrine discordant. Beautiful. Alright, family. This is a good one. They're all good. But this one is like, pop, 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 pop. Hit all the points. Laid it out for you, right? Hey, look what happened to this, and that, right? And do you want this to happen? Do you want to hurry this process up? Because look at this, and that. So, hasten up. Do what you gotta do. Put the focus and get it done. That's how I look at it. What do you think, family?